right, guys, so we are going to make our secret magical potion spell bottles, and the secret is it's hand sanitizer, so you can actually use it and then refill it as you use it up. You're just going to create some nice fun decorations around the outside. So let's talk about what we have in our kit to make this, okay? You've got this powder, metallic-y powder, different colors. You're going to have a pipette. You're gonna have two little dishes. One of them has hand sanitizer and one of them has rubbing alcohol, all right? And I'm gonna show you why that's important in a minute. You also have your jar, of course. You're gonna have some fun little findings that you are also going to choose to use either with your jar or with your magic spell book. But this is some examples of something that might be in your box. Everyone's is gonna be a little bit different. You're gonna have what we call a little jump ring, and you may or may not use that, and we'll talk about that in a second. You're gonna have some wire. You're going to have a piece of leather to be the necklace part. And then you're going to have some sparkly stickers. This is an example of what you might have. Everyone's going to be different. Again, this is something that you might also use for your magic spell book. All right. So these could be used, we'll just show you, these could be used for something like decorating the outside of your jar, right? So you could do something like that on the outside. The wire we can use to wrap around our jar. So let's talk about making our magic potion first, okay? So you're gonna take your cork off, and what you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna use your pipette to squeeze up some of this hand sanitizer and fill it in your bottle. Oops. You want it a little bit more than halfway full with your hand sanitizer, because then comes in your rubbing alcohol, and that's just going to thin it out a little bit, guys, so it moves around, okay? Get some of that in there, and then that's when you're going to take your colored powders, whatever you're going to use. I'm going to use purple. I'm just using the end of a paintbrush, but whatever you've got that can scoop it in there will work. A toothpick, just a really small hole. So I'm going to put some of that purple in there. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this silver in as well. And remember, these powders are also used for your canvas. All right, so you can see it's all in there. I want to fill it up a little bit more, so I'm going to get a little bit more in my pipette. Now, you don't want to fill it all the way to the top because you want room to shake it. So you can put your lid on and you can just give it a good shake. And then you'll see you've got some nice sparkles in there. And from there, once you've got it shooken up, you can add some more hand sanitizer. Remember that rubbing alcohol is just to kind of thin out that hand sanitizer a little bit so that you can really get those sparkles mixed in there. Once you've got that done, we're going to put our cork in and push it down really good to make sure it's sealed nice and tight. All right, guys, so we've got our little bottle all ready to go with the stuff on the inside, and now we're just going to decorate the outside. All I did was wrap this wire around it and then add that little jump ring. And that's where at home you're gonna ask mom or dad for a pair of tweezers because this can help you a little bit, all right? So your wire can be easily cut with a pair of scissors. Mom and dad might wanna help you with that too, okay? If you're a kiddo, if you're an adult doing this, then, well, you can still ask your mom and dad if you want to. All right, so the important thing is we wanna make sure that we've got some sort of loop here at the top that we can hook our ring to. All right, so we're gonna make a little loop like this, and you may not even need your ring, and then I'm just gonna twist it around like this. And you can play with this however you want. Now this is where the little tweezers come in handy because there's a little sharp edge there. If you can use your tweezers to bend it around so that it's not stabby, it will be good, okay? So once you've got that in there like that, you can kind of hold it to the back. And this is a wire, so it bends nice and easily, okay? You're gonna hold it with your finger. It's probably hard to get an angle on this to see it, and it's hard for me to hold it because it's so tiny. We're gonna hold it, and we're just gonna kind of wrap our wire around. All right, we're gonna go across the bottom and then across the top. Now, the other thing is you can add in, I'm going to cut my wire so I can add in. This is where you can add in little things like this to the front, right? So then I can just continue to wrap this around, back up around the top, twist it. Again, you got a little sharp point there. You can go ahead and bend it in so it's not stabby on you, okay? And then you've got your little necklace. You can wrap that wire as tight as you want, all right? And if you don't like the way it wraps, the first time you can unwrap it and do it all over again. Now this little guy, I've made a big enough hoop that I don't really need that jump ring, but let's say I didn't have that, right? I didn't make it big enough. You can use this little jump ring. And you can use your tweezers to kind of open it up. Once you have it open, you can hook it on any of these wires, anywhere on the wire you want. And then you just want to kind of squeeze them together. You can use your tweezers to do that too. And you're just going to kind of pinch them together. You might be able to use your fingers. It's not that hard. It's just hard for me because I've got the nails. All right, so you got your little wrap bottle, or maybe your bottle doesn't have any wire on it and you just did a little loop on the top so that you could have something to hang it from. Or maybe you don't even do that. Maybe you just use your rope around there. This is a real easy way to put your rope on. Put it in half like this. Take this end and kind of stick it up through. You got a loop there. We're going to take both pieces through there like that. And then you can pull it tight. Remember, this is wire, so you can bend it any way you want. If it bends a different way for you, just bend it back. All right, and there you go. And there's your necklace. And as I said, it's hand sanitizer, so it can be very sparkly and fun. So what we can do is when you need it, you've got it on, and you can take it off, and you can put some in your hand. And you've got your hand sanitizer. Look at that. Sparkles just about disappear. Magic.